Well, it's Friday at the sorority house, and that means we're doing brunch. But first things first, I brought a treat for everybody. And I guess I'm probably going to have a little treat for myself as well. So we're doing biscuits and gravy at the house this morning, and I am going to dress for the occasion. So let's go ahead, throw on the coat. We'll get our apron on, clean our workstation. Guys, we're good to go. Let's make some biscuits. I got my bowl. We're gonna throw in 4 cups of flour. I'm doing like 8 tablespoons of this baking soda. Or baking powder, and like a half a teaspoon of some baking soda. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of some sugar. Mix that around. And then I get my butter and a grater. The butter's ice cold. Go ahead and just start grating it in there. I move that around so I don't clump up in one area. You could be kind of messy with it. Just get it all grated in. It's going to work perfect. I go ahead and just move that around, kind of crumb it up a little bit. Get it nice and mealy. Going to go ahead and add in our buttermilk. And at this point I realize, oops, I forgot to add the salt. Well, just add it now. It's not going to hurt, you know. We need salt. So I start mixing this up, get that buttermilk kind of incorporated, and I'm going to pour it out on my workstation. Now, it's completely a mess. It's like all crumbly, but guys, it's going to come together. You just watch. Just kind of work it real carefully. We're going to kind of put it into a rectangular shape. Then we'll kind of fold it on itself. We'll do it in thirds. We'll kind of press it down a little bit more. I'm wearing these gloves so I don't put the actual heat of my hand on this and like start melting that butter. So I'm just going to keep pressing it out, folding it over. We're creating layers by doing this, guys. And this is what's going to make our biscuits kind of light and fluffy and layered. A little extra flour down on the surface and on the top. Now I brought my rolling pin in so I can just kind of get this rolled out. Now it's time to make some biscuits. I get my cutter. Guys, be sure and press that straight down. If you start twisting it, it's going to seal up those sides and it's not going to rise as much. So remember, straight down, just give it a nice push. Make your biscuits. Pull the extra away. You can actually make some more with those. Just form it again. 425 degrees. I even have a little square one for myself. 10 to 15 minutes. And that looks perfect. Golden brown. Those are ready. Let's make some gravy. So the whole reason I did this because I had some extra sausage from some breakfast burritos. This was in the freezer. I let it defrost overnight in the fridge. I got all the grease with it still too and everything. So that's just breakfast sausage. I'm going to add a little bit more butter. We're going to get it all nice and sizzly and hot. Wake it all up. Add some flour, making a standard gravy here. Mix that in, let it cook for a few minutes. We'll go ahead and add in some milk and start whisking. And the first round's going to get really thick. Go ahead and add in some more milk. Whisk it again. We're going to do this a couple times. It's all right. It takes a few minutes. Just keep adding. Get that right consistency. Get it right where you want. Then when we season, lots of black pepper. Stir that in. I'm going to put a pinch of salt. That looks good. Let that simmer for just a second. And it's time to build. Okay, so I'm going to use this big fancy square biscuit that I made. It's actually rectangular. I try to kind of pop off the top. And we're going to load it with a little bit of gravy. We'll put the top back on. A little more gravy. And I like to put some jalapenos on mine. I kind of like that little pickled bite on there. Of course, you got to have some hot sauce. I'm going down with the Tabasco. A couple little dashes and a soft scrambled egg. Guys, look at that, man. Just get in there and enjoy. That biscuit was light and flaky. The pickled jalapeno just bounces off that really rich sausage gravy. Man, what a treat. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everyone.